Peace, family. What's happening, man? I'm gonna do something different just because I felt like it. Finally had a day off, and I was thinking, like, yo, what's something fun I could do before the release of Dreamer, which drops October 7th. So, anyway, I wanted to break down the first verse because I've been promoting it on my social media a lot. And I even had to write this shit down because as I was writing it, I couldn't even remember certain bars and shit. Crazy. I write a lot of music. But yeah, I just wanted to break it down and kind of give y'all some insight into the song, the purpose of the lyrics, the theme of it. You know, they say art is to be interpreted, not explained. And I agree with that. But I felt like it would just be something fun and different to do. You know what I mean? I might not do it all the time unless people ask me to. You know what I mean? But yeah, so let's get into it, man. The first 4 bars. These ain't raps, more like conversation pieces. Poetry, the most honest way to relate to people, so let's talk about it. How dark do your intrusive thoughts be? How dark do your intrusive thoughts be? The price of loneliness is so costly. So, it's just the intro, first 4 bars of the verse, to kind of set the tone. Before I go into it, this song and this verse in particular is more like a stream of thought type of verse where there's not really a solid set concept. It's more so like themes. That's kind of how I write a lot of the time. It's like themes to certain things, and there is substance there, but it's not like almost like a freestyle. When we was younger, we used to call freestyle coming off the dome. But then when I got older, I actually saw Big Daddy Kane talk about how off the dome is just off the dome. That's when you like improvising. You know, if y'all ever seen Harry Mack, that's what he do. I think that's his name. Where you like point to something or you get somebody a word and they rap about it. Like when I was growing up, we used to do stuff like that. But actual freestyle is more so along the lines of kind of like mixtape era Wayne, where you just it's like premeditated. I guess he wasn't writing, you know what I'm saying, but it's like premeditated rhymes that you already coming up with, and but it ain't no real like topic. Except when I do it, most of the time, I try to like put some substance up in there, right? So anyway, that's kind of like how this song is. So those first 4 bars, these ain't raps, more like conversation pieces. Poetry, the most honest way to relate to people. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's just kind of how I feel. I feel like the arts and poetry allow us to be, allow us to get our point across in a more efficient manner than we can articulate sometimes through regular conversation, right? And so I say, so let's talk about it. How dark do your intrusive thoughts be? The price of loneliness is so costly. So intrusive thoughts are just dark or negative, unwelcome thoughts that you can have, and it's kind of like they won't go away. You can like kind of obsess over them. And I got some experience with that. I would say, bouts with lightweight depression. I don't think I've ever been clinically depressed. I never got diagnosed with anything like that. But had some dark days, you know what I'm saying? So then I say the price of loneliness is so costly. So intrusive thoughts typically tend to occur when I'm alone. I don't know about everybody else, but that would be the most times when I would have like dark or negative thoughts. And when I say the price of loneliness is so costly, that's kind of where I set the tone. I set the tone for the theme of like, it's like a very loose theme of like finances and financial literacy used as a metaphor though. Because it's not like I'm like, if you hear the song, I'm not like flossing, or I'm not directly, I don't know, trying to teach about finances. I just kind of like use it as a metaphor a few times throughout the verse. So we get into the second 4 of the 16. It say, got me searching for music just to connect, but the golden era died with CDs and cassettes. And it seemed like these beats is just a vehicle to flex. I can't afford no VVS, I'll be at CVS. So, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Golden era died with CDs and cassettes. The golden era, and as I'm going through this, understand everybody got different levels of understanding. So there may be some people, I got people who listen to my music that are very young. They might not catch the references. They might not understand. I got some people who are older who kind of are able to pick up on this on the first listen. But me, it takes me multiple times to listen to some lyrics before I actually soak them up or whatever, right? So the golden era is referring to pretty much the era of hip-hop I grew up listening to, which is like the 90s hip-hop, I would say, kind of even maybe up into some of the early 2000s. And it's just a time period we refer to as like the best era in hip-hop. You know what I mean? It's just classic. It gave us a lot of classic albums. And, you know, that's back when CDs and tapes were still a thing. You know, tapes died out before CDs. But yeah, some of these youngsters today, they ain't never even seen a tape. You know what I mean? We getting up there. We getting old. So it seemed like these beats is just a vehicle to flex. So that was kind of like the first, I guess, like bar or like metaphor. Because I said it seemed like these beats is just a vehicle to flex. Basically, like these beats are just a way that us as rappers tend to flex and brag and boast on beats, but also there is a vehicle called the flex. It's like a little van type, minivan type of, it's like an SUV type of car. I always thought those was cool when they came out. So yeah, seemed like these beats are just a vehicle to flex. I can't afford no VVS, I'll be at CVS. VVS is just like a type of diamond, like a high quality diamond, and everybody knows what CVS is. So Shea Butter, so from that line, this is where it's kind of like a stream of thought, like I was talking about, because I just go, it's almost like I'm freestyling in my mind and I'm just writing it as I go. So I bring up CVS and that carries me into the next line. Shea Butter shampoo, Colgate for the win, cleaning my body easier than cleansing my sins. Yeah, because I like that Shea Butter shampoo. I don't know if I ever had it. It's pretty dope. And and so that carries me into the next line. Cleaning my body easier than cleansing my sins, but that's a matter of perspective. We all be living reckless on some level, not realizing every choice is an investment. So it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's that whole, I guess those whole 4 bars right there all kind of just blend into one another and kind of carry on the stream of thought. When I say that's a matter of perspective, we all be living reckless on some level, not realizing every choice is an investment. The investment part is another callback to the whole finances I was talking about earlier. That's like kind of the theme of the verse. That's where I'm kind of touching on that. But I'm also saying not realizing every choice is an investment. Every choice we make technically is an investment. It's not a financial investment. I guess you could say it's a life investment, a spiritual investment, because every single choice we make in life could lead us down a certain path. And depending on that path, we may reap the benefits of that choice or suffer the consequences of that choice. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then from there, I go, check your interest, pay attention to your attention span. So that's a double entendre, to check your interest, because I'm talking about choices and I'll go right into check your interest, right? So that's check your interest, like peep what you're interested in. Be conscious of the things that you're taking in, but I'm also saying check, like writing a check, and then interest is something you collect from a check, and like stock in investments. So that's why I go straight from investment. Check your interest, pay attention to your attention span. It's just a little play on words, you know what I'm saying? Little metaphor, double entendre type. Some MC shit, some hip hop shit, you know what I mean? It gotta be more benefits to life than dental plans. And that's just another reference to like money, working, going to work every day. Saying that there's gotta be more to life than just going to a 9 to 5 you don't necessarily like and trying to pay bills until you die, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. I go to work, I pay bills, but it's more to life. Until we make that transition, we'll never know. Just continue with the rigmarole. So I'm basically saying until we're gone, until this physical body dies, we don't really know what else is out there. Some people think they know. I don't like to really debate people's beliefs. I personally feel like there is no one complete solid truth that just gives us the whole picture, the history of where we come from, and all this other stuff. I got my own set of like spiritual beliefs I came up with throughout my studies over time, but it's just what I roll with. I don't really know if it's true. It's just what I roll with. It's what resonates with me. So that's what that line is alluding to. And until we make that transition, we'll never know. Just continue with the rigmarole. Rigmarole, and this is why I say when I'm writing, it's not really a conscious. I'm conscious, like I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm doing in the moment. It's just happening very, very fast, and then a lot of things pop up where it's like I don't even know where that came from. I was just flowing, and I was tapped in with the universe, with the Most High, because I do believe that's where creativity comes from. And what you really get good at doing with writing is you really start to just get really good at being in tune with that, right? With that energy. But rigmarole is another callback to just basically everything I talked about, just the day-to-day tedious tasks of life, paying taxes, grocery lists. I'm saying until then, we'll never know what's true, what's not true. We just continue on. And rigmarole is also, and my bad. The reason I say I don't come up with all this stuff sometimes is because I don't even know where I got that word from. Like I don't read as much as I used to. But yeah, like I've never used that word in my life in everyday conversation. But when I was writing, it popped in my head, and I looked it up, and it fit perfectly. The word just came, and it happened to just fit perfectly. I'm sure it was in my subconscious. I probably heard it on a TV show. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, rigmarole is also not just the day-to-day life, but just kind of like the ramblings of a conversation, which is kind of like what this rap is. There's substance there, but it's not like a straight story all the way through, or it's not like I'm rapping about a solid topic. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the breakdown, man, for Dreamer verse 1. This shit is gonna be real, no edits, just me having fun, figuring out different things I want to do on YouTube, different things I want to do in my online community I'm forming from Instagram. Lots of people been tapping in. So yeah, Dreamer drop October 7th, 2024. If you happen to see this after that, it is what it is. But this for the people that's tapped in, man. So yeah, man, much love, y'all. I'm about to go visit my grandpa. He's in a senior living. I try to go see him at least once a week. And then I got to check on Moms. She was having some health issues recently. So I got to go check on the fam while I got a day off of work. I'm tired as hell, man. My stomach growling too. So I'm going to get something to eat. Then I'm going to go check on my folks, man. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace.